Hello and welcome back to the stream where today we are going to be playing Genshin Impact. Now, I'm not streaming Hogwarts Legacy just yet because I actually want to unlock what is it? The new area in the desert, in the Sumeru Desert that I haven't yet. Not this one. This one is for a quest. This one, because I haven't seen this even in spoilers, because I tried my very best to avoid spoilers. I want to unlock this before, Fontaine comes out. I don't know if I'll be able to do that completely, because I have a few quests to do before this. But we'll see. But I definitely want to get this done, and then by that time, Fontaine will already probably be out, then I probably can keep switching back between Genshin and Hogwarts Legacy. Or maybe even stream Hogwarts Legacy for a few weeks, I don't know. That'd be a little dangerous considering there are timed events, which I'm going to do this in a second. Still collecting for Kaya's skin right now. But I'm gonna do this in a second. I was doing the ley lines and commissions just before the stream, and I tried to get as much done as possible. It wasn't happening. So I just have to do, like, 3 more of these, I think? Including this one. And then what I think we'll do is, I do want to do Kari Bear, but obviously we might not be doing that during this stream. I don't know. But, oh, it's quest locked. I wanted to do this one because this is the one I originally thought was Nahita's first story quest. But it's not. I want to see what Nahita's first story quest is about, because her second story quest I haven't done, and it might be about... You and Paimon notice that people in Sumeru City are talking about dreams. Order to look for more information about your sibling. You and Paimon decide to visit Nahita in the sanctuary of Surasthana once more. Along the way, you hear people discussing something. Right. Okay. Because I thought this one was like a world quest that I had done. And I thought this was Nahita's first story quest. Maybe they changed it up, maybe they didn't, I don't know. But I believe Nahita's second story quest will be in that new area, and I want to unlock as much of the map as possible before I do the quests, and I just so happen to do that during a quest. So, it'll be fun. But I actually forgot to see
into the wind.
What quest I needed to do beforehand, because that other one is quest locked.
The birds call.
Not the Kari Bear, meeting Nahita in the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
One with nature.
Little bit of a spoiler, that's actually the quest where the Wanderer gets reformed, which is nice. I like reformed him. He's still a massive jerk. I'm gonna be honest. But I love his personality and his design, and it's amazing. I love it. Of course that happened. I'm trying to defeat them as quickly as possible so that I can get to my other stuff as quickly as possible. I don't know what day it was. Was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday when I actually started, I was actually on my main account. Not this account. My very first account in Genshin is what I call my main account, basically.
Go, Barbara, go!
And, I was exploring the Valyria Mirage on that account so I could get all the Prima Gems. I was basically trying to speedrun it. Because obviously I've already done the Valyria Mirage. So I don't need to pay attention to that, and I was collecting the chests on that one before I collect the chests on this account. Just so I could get that out of the way. I also had to do this event on that account just because it's gonna run out soon. I'll probably have to do this one, but I'm gonna wait a couple days for that because,
Time to go.
you know, as it said, there's like 10
The wind
days till
moves.
that one runs out. And when I do things on my main account, since I'm kind of ignoring it right now, was that? Yeah, that was the second one. Okay. I'm kind of ignoring my main account, so I want to wait till, like, everything in the event updates so that I could just do it all at once. It's just the simplest thing because Genshin on, mobile is actually very shoddy. So, to put it point blank, it sucks on mobile.
Into the
So
wind.
I logged on to my PC to do it. And what do you know? I'm playing this account on my PC as well. It's
I'll protect
it's a lot of work, but it's worth it, I guess. I have like 80 Primogems and like not 80 Primogems. What are they called? I have 80 Intertwined Fate on my main account, and counting. And then I think I have like 70 Pity, so I'm definitely ready for the Archon of Fontaine. Do that, and then I couldn't find... Just making sure none fell over the edge. I couldn't find the last commission. Where was it? Because I only did 3. And I know they're in Mondstadt. Where the heck? Alright, whatever, I gotta check this. What is this blocking? Acer... whatever that is? What is that? What is that? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Oh, I need to do Kazuha's! Oh, Kazuha, I love you, but you suck. Man! Oh, I don't want to do Kazuha's, but I have to. Because it says completed, not just do part of it. Oh, man. I don't even remember this one. What was this one about? Did I even do this one, or did I skip through it on my main account? See, these are the older ones. I remember doing Yelan's. Did I do Kazuha's? Because it was around this range that I started, like, basically skipping through them just to get the Primogems. He is the best, but in certain scenarios, he is the worst, too. Like scenarios where you have to do a quest for another quest. Oh, I just want to unlock the area while doing Nahida's second story quest. It feels more exciting like that. Man! Alright, whatever. I have to find the commission. Because I want to do that. Mondstadt. Oh, who knew? Recuperating from a severe illness. That should be in Mondstadt City. Okay, I'm gonna, reset it really quick. Let's see if this works. This has never happened to me before. Maybe this account is jealous that I went on my main account. Was it yesterday? God, I keep thinking Thursdays are Fridays and Fridays are Mondays. It is so weird. There it is. Okay. Gotta remember to show it because that has happened before, kind of, where, where at the end of the stream, I think it was like an hour to an hour and a half, I accidentally muted it. I don't even remember why, and I was just like commentating on it and I didn't realize that I had muted it. Oh, it was the worst. I'm just gonna skip through this. Yeah, you either need to find your sister or I need to find an herb. What is it? Find Anna. There's only gonna be a few spots that she's at, but she is reckless for being so sick. Is she up here? No. Thought she was gonna be up here. Oh, Anna! Where is't thou? Are you up here? Well, I'm not surprised you were on the hands of the Barbados statue. This is at least a little better since at least there's ladders up here. Hi! Your brother's looking for you. You know you could fall if you're, like, sickly. Though I don't actually know what your illness is. I don't generally care. Oh yeah, I forgot how much I missed my main account since I've been on it. Because it's been a few weeks, or maybe even a few months since I've been on, my main account. And
Time to go.
I forgot how much I missed it because I have so many characters.
Astra,
I've done so many achievements
Thank you
on
for
that account. And my characters do such good
Astra.
damage. It's like, compared to other people, it's not that good a damage. But, I like that. Yeah, compared to other streamers, it's not that good a damage. But for my main DPS, main damage dealer, he does like, I want to say around like 26,000 per attack, which is really good in my opinion. I really like it. And then I have to go back to this account where I do 1,000 damage per attack. I mean, it's not bad considering I'm basically like pushing this account to its limit, but even still. I don't have enough Prima Gems! I wish I had the Prima Gems that I had on that account. Because I'm basically ignoring that account. Okay, shared site. What is this? Assist the amateur researcher who is collecting experimental data by using an item called Inscribed Mirror. Find and recover small animals that have connected to the item to complete said experiment. I don't get it. Tell me, mirror. So, we're using a mirror to run tests on animals? I'm confused. What are we doing, my guy? I mean, I read that you were an amateur researcher. I'm gonna ignore you guys as best I can. You two over there, excuse me. I mean, we're right next to you. There's a brand new game here for you to play. As long as you complete the challenge, you'll obtain a ton of funding for experiments. I don't know about experiments, but I do like the funding part. Funding? Ah, no, sorry, I spoke too quickly. What I mean is, if you finish the game and fill out the survey, then you'll get amazing rewards. Same thing, really. This game is really simple, too. Hehe. There aren't many chances to obtain rewards this easily, you know. What do I have to do? Point a mirror at an animal? Say, Pikachu, I choose you? That seems a bit suspicious to Paimon. Is this some kind of scam? Are you scamming me? Whoa, don't be like that. There's no need to get so suspicious right off the bat, really. Though, I admit that randomly inviting strangers— Oh, wait a minute! I remember what Kazuha's quest was! Though I wonder if I'm gonna get the sword or not. I'm not gonna give away too many spoilers, but for people who haven't seen it, but I don't think I would get the sword, because god dang it, that sucks, because I don't think I will get the sword because there was an event at the same time. Dang. That sucks because I have Kazuha and that sword is perfect for him. Though I admit that randomly inviting strangers passing by in a place like this might be seen as somewhat unusual. Yeah, especially since there's treasure hoarders over there. But at least listen to my excuse. Aha. Listen to my explanation. Okay, let's hear it. Tainari's from Amatura. He's either the Amatura Darshan or the Amatura representative. Though the two of you cannot tell, I'm a researcher from Amatura Darshan of the Academia. My name is Lamia. Yeah, I totally couldn't tell by the design on your hat. Actually, I think they have updated that recently. Because I think at the beginning of 3.0, they didn't have that. Maybe that was just me. It's actually really obvious since you're wearing the Academia clothes. Oh, well, that too, but without the hat, you couldn't tell if she was from Amateur or not. Though I suppose she is out in the wilderness. Oh ho, that's where you're wrong. What if a con artist merely put on the Academia robes to fool you into thinking they are a researcher? Okay, so she's a little weird. But, you're not wrong there, but... Well, yeah, I guess a con artist or, a treasure hoarder or someone could, take from the researcher. I don't know how they would get, the robe any other way, but sure. Papa doesn't believe it. Of course, I'm definitely not talking about myself. Come on, I was just reminding you two. I really am from Amatura. If you doubt me, just ask any mantra. I'm definitely at the top of quite a few of their lists. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's what I said. Is that supposed to be a good thing? Anyway, you two. Oh, right. I haven't asked your names yet. Paimon is Paimon, and I'm Lumion. In that case, Lumion and Paimon, allow me to explain this little challenge to you. This is actually all related to a story. Oh, no. She's gonna go into a long monologue. I just want to get this done, get Cosmo's quest done, and then I can continue with the quest that I originally thought was Nahida's first story quest, but it wasn't. This is actually all related to a story I read when I was a child about a boy who turns into a cat, has all kinds of adventures in the land of cats. That sounds kind of like, I don't know too much about her, but that kind of sounds like Kiara, sorry. It's a really cute story. After the protagonist falls in love with a beautiful cat, he turns into a human. That's weird. Then the story ends with him as the owner of that gorgeous cat, living out their lives as pet and master. It's a pretty good ending. Yeah, I have to agree with Paimon. That's actually a really weird ending. Well, at the very end, the boy finds out. How old is this guy? So let me get this straight. The guy transformed into a cat, fell in love with another cat, transformed back into a human, owns the female cat. Is the female cat a human? Or is the female cat a cat? How? We're just gonna ignore that. Well, at the very end, the boy finds out the beautiful cat is actually a male. That doesn't make it better! So I think the ending is actually quite of a bit of literary value. Sorry, we got a bit off topic. Yeah, let's get back on topic, please. Anyway, the whole point is that much of the story is written from the perspective of an animal, which fascinated me. Am I going to transform into an animal? After becoming a scholar, I decided that would be my research area. By combining the equipment I developed with the mature tech of the Akasha still works? We can see the world through the eyes of various animals. Now that sounds more like it. Though using the Academy's research funds to chase your own dreams, isn't that a bit like abusing your position to get what you want? I mean, if she's researching how to do it and what it's like, then yes and no? Perhaps it is appropriating public technology for my private purposes. And a bit selfish, but this also is quite practical and has a lot of potential. Can I use it outside of this event? Then it is not practical. When searching for victims after a disaster or exploring collapsed ruins, small animals are far more agile than us. And if we could borrow their eyes, searching for things will be much easier. Exactly. For example, if you can borrow the vision of a weasel thief, you can explore ruins quite quickly. That's a little weird out of context. With the eyes of birds, you can look down from on high. Like, with eyes of birds? Do you mean transforming into a bird or having birds' eyes? Because the way you're talking, I just instantly imagined, like, their body on the ground, but they're, like, looking at themselves, like, from high up. Just like it was in third person or something. Or first person. I don't know what it is. And on a clear day with good visibility, it would be very easy to conduct topography or other forms of observation. What is that? What do you think? Sounds pretty amazing research, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds interesting. You didn't need to tell me the story about that book because that is going to scar me for quite a while. It actually does sound quite impressive. I mean, you're already the size of an animal, so you've got that going for you. I was planning on taking my time, but those fools at Sharwar managed to see it promise in such research and are planning to achieve similar results with tiny machines. Isn't Sharwar like architecture? Like houses and stuff? It's blasphemy, I say. Corruption and evil. Who says blasphemy? Compared to cute little animals, who wants cold machines? I mean, both are really cool. Why not work together? Right, Lumin and Paimon? Well, yeah, I am from the Beep Construction Beep Darsha. Of course, I like animals. I just knew you'd understand. Yeah. You're totally gonna believe me? Anyway, the point is that if I can't produce results ASAP, those Kasharwar adults will definitely beat me to the punch. And then you'll look like you're plagiarizing, basically. So, grabbing passers by out here away from prying eyes is my only option. You're just gonna grab random passerbys? I mean, you're lucky that I'm an adventurer. What if I was just a tourist? I mean, I'd be pretty screwed if I was a tourist because there's treasure hoarders. Still. When you think about it like that, there's nothing suspicious about it at all. I mean, sounds like it's pretty legit after all. Not many chances to obtain rewards this easily. Alright, count us in. I mean, that's all it takes to count me in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, take this first. It's a tool I invented. I call it the inscribed mirror. At least it's not a long name like the Croco cannon. The mirror will show you what animal connected to my device sees. Oh, basically you put a tracker on an animal and then this device connects to that tracker and then you could see what the animal sees? That makes sense. I thought you were like transforming into the animal. Just use the images shown in the inscribed mirror to figure out where the animals with the device attached are. Then catch them to earn your reward. Oh. So it's basically like hide and seek with animals. Huh? So if they're running around all over the place, it's fine. They're all trained, and will stay in the area. They won't go too far, so don't worry about that. Okay, come on, let's roll out. Transformers roll out. After the challenge begins, you must use the inscribed mirror to find and retrieve the small animals near the wooden planks. I like that. Oh no, this is gonna be atrocious. After you use the inscribed mirror, you can see the small animal's point of view and thus locate them. You can adjust your camera's angle to observe your surroundings and improve the accuracy of your search. Okay, do you have anything to say? Data from two more users of the inscribed mirror. 2 more users? It's gonna be me and Paimon? If we get more good test data, then the product can be released soon. Released into the public? Like, as in you could sell it? Wouldn't it be a little scratchy? Yeah, I'm not a researcher, I don't know. What's the matter? Any questions about the experiment? Or the trial challenge? Since the Akasha is being used, how are you using the Akasha? Oh, you mean, why do we still use the inscribed mirror since we're already using the Akasha technology, right? Wow. Considering the differences between animal and human brains, using the Akasha directly has a relatively high risk at this stage. I didn't know the Akasha was still active. I thought Nahida shut it off. So then, like, human minds could think for themselves. I don't know. Also, as only the sense of vision is connected, though you may see from the animal's perspective, it's still your own body moving. Consider what would happen if connected to the vision of a bird. Visually, you are flying, and it's hard to control a fear of heights or your instinctual movement. It would definitely cause accidents. I mean, there is wind gliders. So the mirrors are better for the time being. Okay. I like doing this with limited time NPCs just to find out a little more lore. How are inscribed mirrors used? First, hold the mirror in your hand, then touch it to activate the response. The mirror is showing the animal's perspective now. Of course, it has been edited. Many animals can see the world very differently from us, but as it is made for people to use, we must tweak the image to be more acceptable. Gashara researchers wouldn't worry about that. How nice. Anything else? Hope you make it through the trial challenge smoothly. No. For the sake of test data, you must complete the trial challenge at all costs. Okay. Mirror, mirror, who is the fairest of them all? A mirror type. Yes, I am a Disney child. Mirror type gadget made by the amateur researcher Lamia. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. It can be linked to the animal's devices, which will reflect the animal's point of view in the mirror. I guess Kazu has the fairest of them all. God dang, even the hair flip! Kind of. What do you mean I can't use in the current state? Describe mirror. Nope, that's just how to use it. Okay, I really like that though. That's really cool. I love how it shows you, like, the bird. It's really detailed! I love that! Oh! Oh, there's 6! No! Oh, it unlocks in 4 days. 4 days, let's see. Not counting today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it could either be Sunday or Monday when everything unlocks, which is a good thing, so that I can rotate the stream. Wilbur. Morton Duskberg. has enjoyed hanging out in high places ever since it returned from roaming around Avadia Forest. Okay, so I have to find. Oh my god, my dog scared the crap out of me. So he's somewhere in the Avadia Forest. Oh, he's over here? Oh, it actually shows where they are. I just have to find them in a specific area? I'm confused. Then what do I need the mirror for? I'm very confused. Okay, so I gotta click the thingy. Oh, and then it like sends me into domain, so I can't leave. And then I have to find the bird. Oh. Oh, and this mirrors. Whoa. Just showing me its vision. Okay. Okay, so it's on a stump somewhere. Overlooking the houses. Like that. And there's 3 on the top. 1 there, 2. Okay. Bridge. Wait, let me see if I can do that.
Follow the wind.
Somewhere on a branch. Oh, there we go. I didn't even notice this. Hi, buddy. I really want to attack you. Is it gonna do it? No. That's what I was thinking. He just disappeared. What the heck did you do to him? Oh. Are they all in the same area? Wrong one. Morton Nils. Okay. Always sneaks bites from the plate. I wish I'd stay further away from people.
There are leaves around. And I know
No!
just the tune to accompany them.
In the land of
Foolish to hear.
Sumeru, there's leaves? Really? I never would have guessed, Kazuha. Wow, how'd you figure that? Alright, it's overlooking the waterfall in the grass right next to the palm tree, kind of in a bush. This is the boar. Yes, we get it. You're very pretty, Kazuha. Wilbur, Shroomboar. Seems to be really interested in running water. If the amount of time it spends staring at waterfalls is any indication. Okay, so it gives you kind of a clue. I like that there's these. Hi, Wilbur. Come here, buddy. Alright, where's the next guy? Okay, so it's kind of like a circle, which is, over... It's almost like in a cave. And I can see 2 ladders there and a house. Okay. Can't go over there. Down here? Yes, it is. There he is. Hey, birdie! Is there a time limit that I need? No. Okay. I'm glad there's not a time limit. I could probably complete this all on Monday or Tuesday. Depending on when I stream. 70! Not even 60! Ooh. Hold on, Kazuha. Yeah. Something about this scenery. I got 3. I got nothing here. Okay.
Wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Ah, yes. I stare at a rock wall and I think, hey, let's just become a wanderer. We'll see a lot of rock walls like that. Yeah, because that's how it works. Alright, Kazuha, I get it. You want me to do your story quest.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
That is so depressing. What blade? The Favonius sword. The Favonius sword is not from your homeland, Kazuha. Unless you're from Mondstadt, I don't think it is. Unless the Favonius sword is from Inazuma. Now, I'm not exactly sure, but there could be a quest where we get cut off as well. What was this about? See, I think this is kind of related to...
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses
You sure
the
are
spirit.
talky, aren't you?
But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.
Well, Lacey said after the rain stops. I was gonna say, like, dry your clothes as soon as possible. How when it's actively raining? I like to buy these. I keep forgetting to buy them. I need like a lot of these. I need like 100 or so. Actually, I think I only currently need like 40 or 50? Is that right? Where is it gonna be? This is so depressing to look at when it's so exciting to look at on my main account. Because so many of them are completed. I got the Challenger series, even the Abyss series, Meeting an Outrealm series. I have a lot of them. Not this one. Or maybe this one. Or Invocation, TCG. Because that sucks. The Abyss probably sucks more, but I'm getting sidetracked. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Whatever. I need to catch like 100 animals to get an achievement with this net. I'm not gonna trust myself to say its full name. What the heck is this? Oh, it's the Summer Paradise. Whatever, I'll collect this now. Alright, there might be a quest that blocks this quest, though for now we can do it. Oh boy. Where does it start off? I remember some parts of this quest, but I don't remember a lot of it.
Since we first set foot on Inazuma.
Yeah, literally.
So many things have happened since then.
Yeah, we literally went to a bottle domain. As if in the blink of an eye. No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, we've definitely made
The
some
Lumine's
progress on our
smile is so
journey.
precious.
So, where should we go today?
Oh, I hear footsteps.
Huh? What's up?
Is there someone behind me? Oh, there's someone in front of me. Oh, wait a second. I remember because it has... Okay, I'm not gonna give spoilers. But I think I remember what it was about. Give me 1 second. Ripier. Someone's coming!
Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Let's convince him to calm down a little.
No, dude, get back in here. There you go.
Out of the frying pan.
Ooh! Oh, why am I doing... Oh, wait, was that
So
purple...
you don't have a vision after all.
Was that
Seems like
purple
I'm
swirl
mistaken you
him
for
or...
someone else?
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
He's literally
He
my
carries a
character
sword
and
just
my
like
friend.
you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Who's asking?
That's none of your business.
Says the guy who just attacked me out of nowhere.
Never mind. You don't look
How
like
do
you
I
know
look
anything
anything
anyway.
like
You're wasting
Kazuha?
my time.
I mean, to be fair, you don't have those blinds over your face, so that's understandable.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real
Yeah, I think that
nutcase.
weird sword has
Well,
something to
one
play
thing's
in
for
this
sure,
story.
No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Actually, find Kazuha. I don't remember. Very smart, for once.
Hey, don't be mean. I'm smart lots of the time.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
Actually, I have a hunch that he's gonna find Kazuha immediately.
Oh? What kind of hunch?
I think this guy may have a special connection to Kazuha. Yeah, because I think it was Kazuha's, like... It was Kazuha's distant ancestor that was, the friend of the Wanderer. Wanderer's second friend. Like, he was abandoned by A, and then he lived a quote-unquote mortal life. Became friends with him. His friend died. Yeah, there's tension between Kazuha and Wanderer. And their families, I guess. I think this guy has a special connection to Kazuha.
A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
I can't say for sure, but I feel like their fighting styles are kind of similar. Oh, that spinning thing that was attacking us at the end was actually very similar to his burst. I would know, because I have Kazuha. I'm gonna
Yeah.
collect that.
Maybe a little.
Why are those guys walking in
But then
circles?
again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
How would you know? You don't
There's no
fight!
time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger.
I highly doubt he would,
Sure, but
considering he
Katsuki
challenged
is
the
stacking
Shogun.
up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
He actually blocked the Misono Hitakachi that was gonna come after me. We fought her, and then she sent us the payment of Euthymia, and boom, she's saved. He's saved. Everyone's saved. Hey. See, actually, one of the rewards for getting your reputation up to like 10 or 8, 10 or 12, I think, is this like oops. Heard of your great deeds, and Miss Kamisato thinks extremely highly of you. No doubt you're one of great honor and worthy of her trust. I've long since wished the pleasure of making your acquaintance. Unfortunately, I have been whatever myself, my duties recently. What do you want? You're every bit forthright as the stories claim. Please excuse my habitual mandeering. I'll get straight to the point. Since the Yashiro Commission oversees worship at the shrine, we often have the occasion to hear about people's earnest ambitions. What does it have to do with me? Miss Kamisato, being as kind and thoughtful as she is, convinced the Yashiro Commissioner, her brother, Ayato, to allocate resources to help people realize their ambitions. After some deliberation, he decided to establish a public communication system. As a means of achieving this, I am the one he assigned to organize it. Yeah, I can see that. The remuneration is more than ample, but the problem is that there are too many commissions and not enough people to handle them. If you were willing to lend your assistance, that would be wonderful. It's still strange how there's prima gems on the walls. If you are unable to start right away, that's no problem. You can simply find me in a few days' time when your schedule is freer. I don't think my schedule could get freer. I have compiled the details of the commissions that we've received so far if you wish to take a closer look. This is what I was trying to look at. I'll click this, why not? Oh, this level 1. Level 5, you collect this red feather fan, which I actually use quite a lot when I remember to use it. This was actually what I was mentioning. Use this to increase gliding movement speed by 30% for 30 seconds. This item possesses some sort of mysterious powers in the hand of Tengu warriors. What are Tengu warriors? It can have various effects, but in the hands of an ordinary person, it still has enough power to make one's body lighter while in midair. And obviously, it looks like Kazuha, which was why I brought it up. And then there's all that. If you should ever have the time and desire, we'd be most grateful indeed for your help. If all goes well, you will not only be compensated, but your reputation in Inazuma will also be enhanced. When that happens, the more you get enhanced, the cheaper stuff is in the cities. It's nice. Of course, even one such as yourself cannot become a local legend overnight, obviously. As with many things in your life, you will need to start from something small and work your way up. Specifically, this means that your reputation builds up. The commissions you have access to will grow in complexity. Consider it a gauge of the level of the trust that people here place in you. Whew! Please give it some thought. It goes without saying that I'd be thrilled if you were willing to help out. I will leave you to think it over. Yeah, I'm not gonna think it over for like a long time. I didn't realize that was a commission, so I just... or a quest, so I just kept skipping through it. I think it was basically just him trying to get our attention. Ooh, I got 2 of these. I like that. What was I gonna do? Did this one. Alright, Kazuha, you're kind of in danger by a glowing sword guy. Why does this guy look like that? It always looks like that when I go to Rito. Okay, you're not Kazuha. Hi, Chow.
Hey! Hello?
Is he on the boat?
You know where Kazuha is.
You know who Kazuha
You're
is?
looking for Kazuha too, huh?
Two?
Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
Oh no. That can't be good.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
Yeah, I remember this more now.
If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but
What?
I don't see her getting this kind of attention.
Battle?
Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Yeah, because that's how Beto is.
Oh, so
She chill.
you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Oh, yeah. He kind of did that for us. We're
Is
kind
it
of
really as
alive
big a
because of
deal as
him.
Everyone's making it out to be.
Actually, that relates to Venti saying, "May the wind bless your travels," not the original saying that people in Mondstadt would say, "Let the wind lead." Let the wind bless your travels. Venti said at the end of his story quest, "Yeah, we've been saved by Xiao, Kazuha, and then someone else who I shan't mention. But they all have animo visions. Little suspicious, Venti. Little suspicious. He's watching us. You could compare it to the technique Beto used to strike down Haishan.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little
I mean-
while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
The Shogunate probably wants to show some goodwill. After all, Raiden Shogun's mindset has changed.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
What?
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on
anything.
trying to fend off the
At least
crowd.
at the edge of Rito. I wonder where Kazuha is. Oh. Oh my god, Kazuha. Oh my god! So short! Wait, let me look at. Wait, you're about the same height. What I meant to do. Barbara might be like an inch taller. And Kazuha's a little taller, but definitely not taller than this guy. He looks up at him. So cute. I love how short she is. See, I'm not even that short in real life. I'm average height, actually. Luffy's short. She's actually probably shorter than Aether too, which is adorable. Aether has to at least be the height of Kazuha. Tenry's commission. You're just gonna let me walk in? I mean, with everything that you guys did, I suppose that makes sense. But still, you just let me walk in? Why is there, like, no one here? Kazuha! You're in danger! Oh, you were the guy we met before that was trying to save your clan!
Oh, it's you.
And then A let you save your clan for a little longer because she didn't respect you, but she did. She respected your determination to salvage your clan. She said she was going to destroy your clan eventually because of what they did, but she never did? Does that mean you're the leader? Or are you like the acting leader?
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision
Proxy
Hunt decree.
clan head.
Since
Okay.
you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara
I respect
here to
this
extend
guy
a
because he
gesture of
faced
goodwill
A
on
of his
behalf
own
of the
free will.
shogunate.
I
Your
didn't!
hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large
We
array
saw
of
that.
directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
There's literally one Kaidahara member left. How are you planning to restore the Kaidahara clan? See, I'm gonna say I forget, but the Kaidahara clan basically practiced blade work. Which is one of the reasons why Kazuha talks about his blade a lot, and that it's from his home. Technically it's from his clan, but you'll see at the end of the story quest. I forget.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the shogun directly, responsible for upholding
Weren't
and
they called
further
the Agosho
developing
or
the
something?
traditional blade
Or
forging
is that
arts of
something
the
else?
Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the
Snezhnaya?
Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil.
Wait, I didn't know this. Wait a second. What? What does Snezhnaya? Does that mean there could be? Go away. Go away. Go. Does that mean there could be Kaidahara clan members like Kazuha in Snezhnaya? Oh!
We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing
Yeah,
all
no
of the blame
doubt.
to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just.
Okay, so the Fatui
Considering
has
Mr.
manipulated
Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding
Inazuma
contribution
twice
to
now.
Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun
That's not
believes he should not
surprising.
only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past.
Oh,
In the
hey.
interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
I
This
guess?
is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun. and the shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice.
Is there
With the
gonna be at
Kaidahara
least
clan's
one string
reputation and
attached?
occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to
Kaidahara
an
will
end.
be Bladesmith
You'll be
one
able to
more.
lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode.
Aww.
Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it
Why the
stood.
heck do they do that? They keep the sheaths from the swords?
I
That's
do
weird.
have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense
No,
some
Kazuha,
hesitation in
don't
your words.
force yourself to
Should
do
you
it.
accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious
For dead
rumors
people?
currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara
It wasn't
really
defeated,
carried
it
the
was
Shogun's
blocked,
strike.
or parried, whatever you want to call it.
Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
No! But it was the reactivation of his friend's vision, which only happened once in that single time, and... yeah, it's sad.
What? But that doesn't make sense.
I'm still mad that Kazuha took a
Illusion
sweet
are
time
so old
to
and frail.
come home, though.
Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
I don't think they would like me very much.
This is
Just ignore me, please.
I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion.
Of course
no
you
matter
are,
whether it brings
Kazuha. That's
suspicion or
adorable.
stardom my way. But perhaps
Aren't
if
you
the
a
shogunate
bard?
is willing to publicly support me,
Or at
this
least a...
situation will blow
No,
over
I think
more
he's a
quickly.
poet, not a bard.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought.
I'm confused.
It
Are you
stands to
a
benefit
bard
all
or a
of us.
poet or both?
Please allow me some time to consider.
I mean, obviously he doesn't
In
just sit
fact,
around and
let us put
sing
this discussion
constantly,
on hold
but
for the moment.
prays for attention like a certain alcoholic, but
What brings the two of you here?
you're in danger.
Yikes.
I forgot about that.
We nearly forgot about the most important thing.
Yeah. Actually, you recount the attack on the
Why would
outskirts
such
of town
a
to
dangerous
Kaza.
individual be looking for me?
Do you have any siblings?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you.
You're an only
My fighting
child?
forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle.
I'm confused. It was
So it's
basically
hard to
just like
imagine that the
blade art,
similarity you speak
blade
of
making,
was
and
coincidence alone.
how to use the blades?
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious nutcase.
I couldn't
Indeed.
defeat him completely
He
because
sounds
his
highly
stupid
aggressive.
blade.
Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
Yeah, we're lucky he
In that
actually
case,
targeted us.
I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious
Your men
about
might
this
be
matter,
demolished, I'm gonna
and
be
I will
honest.
also need some time to consider your offer.
So
I will first join the traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a
he has
conclusive
to
answer
look
upon my
up at
return.
Kujo Kamaji.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Did you already get married to Princess, or was that in a later quest?
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Okay. Wait, but she's gonna have me pay her. Oh. don't want to pay. Oh, you're new. Hi. Ryuji, are you new?
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question.
I mean, the lady's at the
Know
door.
if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've
That
heard a lot about
happened
you.
like such a
It is
long
an honor
time
to
ago,
finally
though.
meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh,
Been
you
assaulted.
were targeted in an assault? Let me think.
I
I
was
can't seem
targeted.
to recall anything of immediate
I mean, yeah, he
interest.
was the original
Mr.
target, but
Kaidehara
he
is
attacked
currently the talk
me.
of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him.
He's pretty
To be
giddy.
honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them
They're
were
trying to
offering
get
us
his phone
millions
number?
of mora just to gather the
That's a little
information
creepy.
they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of Mora? Whoa! Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it.
I mean,
Sorry,
they did say
I
millions.
got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I
Did a
wouldn't know
very
where to
big,
begin
bulky,
if we
and
want to connect
dangerous
this with an
stranger look for
assault.
Kazuha that also happened to
Then
have
let's
glowing
put that
red sword?
connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks
may or may not be
similar
possessed?
incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads, and I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would
assaulted!
absolutely get involved.
They attacked me!
Oh, that does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
How do we find this
I
guy?
still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been
Can we
causing any
track him?
trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't like gain the strength to like report that they were hurt. It's also not easy for me to fight him off.
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble about
I'm
it.
not even being humble. I
In
couldn't
fact,
defeat him in the
I'm
end. He
quite
just ran
relieved
off.
That you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me.
Oh,
For the poor
Kazuha.
victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry. we'll
I
find
am the
him.
poor victim. He attacked me.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter
Yeah, I
me.
mean, he did it out of instinct.
Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that
You
moment.
didn't want to see me end up like your friend.
You are much too humble.
I am your friend too.
Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever
It's
leads I can for
adorable.
you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve
You
an
didn't think
attack,
to
though.
mention it till now?
Let me tell you about it just in case.
Ooh.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty
Sus.
well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amanoma. Now there's a familiar name.
The blacksmiths.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you
Are
are
they looking for someone to
Understood.
forge?
though it seems
His blade?
highly unlikely to me. I neither
But
know
instead
this man,
wanted
nor do I have any idea why
Kaidahara
he may wish to
Kazuha
attack
because
me.
the Kazuha or the why do I keep doing this? It's the Kaidahara clan, not the Kazuha clan. Is better in his opinion, but then he still kept the other two guys kidnapped. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. I've done this before, but I'm only remembering bits and pieces as it goes along. We'll investigate both incidents at the same time. They could be related.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma smithy.
Oh, great! We're
Sounds
investigators
good.
now.
All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Oh, the actual detective is gonna get moving too. Amanoma Togu for information. So the guy that got kidnapped is this guy's nephew, I believe. Togu. And I believe he is like the apprentice of this old guy.
Ah, if it
These
isn't
blacksmiths
Kaede
guys
Harakaza.
always remind me of
What
Wagner.
brings you here today?
The guy in Mondstadt.
You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden.
The Raiden Gokaden,
Historically,
that's what
there
it was
have always
called.
been deep links between the two clans.
The Raiden Gokaden was basically a group of, if it wasn't explained before, is a group of Inazuma clans that focused on swordsmanship, basically. As you can tell.
After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Raiden Gokaden?
Ah, let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing
5. I thought
arts
it was
in
8.
Inazuma.
Okay.
The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
And then they're trying to restore the
It is a
Kaidahara
great
clan.
pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties, and just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and
I
determination
think each
of water.
art is different
as
with
it
each
turns
clan.
stone
It's like the
to
Tri-Commission,
sand.
basically.
There is
except with
nothing mystical
blades.
to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the
Wait,
craft,
no, I think I
turning
remember
each
when Kojo
motion of
Kamiji
every
gets
technique
married.
into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's
Is that when
life.
he gets married?
As for the art of the Kaedahara
Maybe.
clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
Yeah.
That's right. Ishin
they're all
art strives
different
for complete
things, I
harmony
believe.
between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and
Ooh.
eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Okay, why does that actually have such deep lore when it's relating to the end of this story quest? What? Is it hinting at that? It might actually be hinting at that. That's really cool
Indeed.
foreshadowing.
Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses
Is this the
its
one where
owner.
Lumine talks, or
You
was that in
are,
an event?
without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade.
It might be.
It gladdens my heart to see that although the
Technically,
Kaedahara clan
she
has
does
fallen on
talk.
hard times, its
It's
ideals
hard
and
to explain
virtues
without seeing it for
are
yourself.
alive and well.
And I don't
You
remember
overestimate me.
all of it,
My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments,
clearly.
not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation.
When did you last
It
see
may
him?
turn
Were
out
you
that
with
this
him?
case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still
Oh
completely at a
wait, so
loss
then does the
on what to
Tenryo
make of
Commission
it.
hire the detective agency then? I guess that would make sense.
But I've done what I can so far.
Since the Tenryo Commission is kind of like the
Worrying is
police.
futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
Oh.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
I don't actually remember what happened. A fire?
Yes.
Ooh.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, Kazuha, why
I
do you
wonder
look
what
angry
could have
when you
caused
pull out
it.
your sword? It's weird.
Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up.
Wait a minute.
He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality.
Ooh.
He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine.
Thinking I was
Based
you
on the evidence we
somehow.
have gathered so far,
Our hair
only Yuya
isn't
seems
even
to match
alike.
the
I mean, you
suspect's
have a red
profile.
strip and
What?
white hair, and I have
No.
blonde hair.
Absolutely impossible.
Oh,
Yuya
with
is not
short
that
hair,
kind of
to be
person.
fair, but
He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me.
yeah, I don't
Anyway,
remember what happened.
Should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Oh, there's
Don't worry.
Celestia.
You have our word.
Celestia is creepy.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
We still need to get the info from the Nagato family.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Where is the Nagato household? Because at first I was thinking Naganohara fireworks, but that's different. That's Naganohara, this is Nagato. I'm confused. Is there gonna be a quest where it's gonna cut me off? Wangshu Inn, that's Shao. It's Albedo, that's Ganyu, I believe. That's Child and Zhongli, and then that is Nahida. Okay, no. Just making sure. Well, there might be world quests that stop me. I don't think I collected all the world quests from here just yet. So, is Yuya and the Nagato guy, if they're the same person, are they the ones that were kidnapped? Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now.
Huh?
My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us.
Do we look
We are here
like
to help
lone
with the
sharks?
investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions
I mean,
about Mr. Nagato's
The
disappearance.
lone sharks could
if we
look like
may.
anything, I guess, but I
I see.
feel like they
I
would
thought
look
the debt
like
collectors had come
Men
to
in
visit
Black
again.
more than anything.
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
We were about to ask you the same thing.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long
Oh,
story.
you are debt collectors.
Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get
Not
so
debt
animated
collector,
when he was
collector,
showing them to me.
collector. They're
I
collecting
knew nothing
things.
about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Did
Uh-oh.
he change?
What happened?
As if he
He
was
lost his sense
possessed?
of restraint. He started buying more and more things,
Or
and even
he's just an
resorted to
insane
borrowing
collector?
money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
Ooh,
I'm happy
maybe.
he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him.
Oh,
But
that's
making
adorable.
ends meet
Even
has
if
to
you're
come
like
first.
crashing to the ground
I've
in
tried
debt.
talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the
A
last day
lady,
that I
I
saw him,
think he
I
might
gave
be
him an
possessed.
ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children
Oh
with me.
no!
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't.
Huh?
Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow.
Go
On
with the
most
flow.
things, he leaves
Okay,
the
I'm just gonna
decision-making to
divorce you
me.
for my items.
You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell.
Aw.
His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
Oh, it's important to set boundaries. Ooh, angry Louine. Go.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I
Oh,
understand.
so the guy was the
Amenoma Yuya
buyer.
came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
Hmm.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price.
Is this the quest
But
where
my
Cosmo
husband
gets
has never
stronger?
been one
Was
to
that the
negotiate. He never
event
even
as well?
haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
It's hard to explain.
Maybe
I don't
he
even
was
remember
feeling
most
the
of it.
pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared.
Fun fact,
after the
Kazuha
warehouse
is
burned down.
very much a
Perhaps
lightweight when
he's
it
too
comes
afraid
to
come
alcohol.
home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts.
Oh no.
Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together.
Oh, you're such a
As long as he's
sweet
willing to turn
lady.
over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period.
As if he was
But the
possessed.
information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
Then what happened?
This situation is getting a little confusing.
Yeah.
A little confusing. More like completely mystifying.
What she
Let's
said.
try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured.
If I
we'll
had a
notify
penny
you
every
if we
time you
find
said
anything.
change of scenery.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Aw. You know that there could be a chance that he's dead, right?
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Maybe they touched something flammable and the whole place lit up, and then somehow they went missing?
Thinking that maybe someone accidentally
That's
knocked
what I'm
over an
saying.
oil lamp and, nope, never mind. Hymon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
They must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth, but we're still missing crucial information.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, a giant piece.
Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive.
They wouldn't start an argument.
Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict.
Especially burning
Mr.
down a
Nagato,
warehouse.
being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
This also doesn't seem to be connected to the case of the attacker.
Right.
I don't know about that.
Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two
I was
events
just
together.
getting more confused.
Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that
Well,
he
then
is
how do we
principally a
figure out what
practitioner of
happened?
the
Is
blade
that a
testing
chest down there?
techniques of
That might be a
Amenoma
chest down
art,
there.
not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Well, I mean, we found out a little more.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Oh, we really are going all detective mode. Nice. Is this gonna be like a domain? There's always domains in quests. Maybe the domain is later. It might be later.
Wait,
Ooh, we
I
found
hear
something.
something ominous.
Yeah, because
in
it
the
looked
wind.
like that leaf on his side, right there.
This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
He is a
As
bard.
sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
I knew we could count on you, but what's going on? Makes it seem like he's a dog
Now
just
I'm
hearing
picking up a
something.
strong scent in addition to the sound.
Oh my god, he is acting like a
It's around
dog!
here somewhere.
Is it the one guy that attacked us? Or is it in that shrine?
There's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in.
What was
It
it?
felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
Wasn't the Tatarigami, See, I get this confused all the time. It's either the furnace or the remnants of the snake god's body, which is basically like poisoning the land because the seals were destroyed during the war, and then we have to fix that during the quest. But is that the Tatarigami? It's one thing I didn't expect to encounter here.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation.
Inauspicious.
We should remain
That's a
vigilant
fun word.
and approach slowly.
As if we're gonna scare whatever it is off. How did you smell?
Underground warehouse.
The force is definitely
I-
coming from down below.
A trap
The
door?
source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place.
How do you use the trapdoor.
But the residue it
How'd
left
you hear a
behind still
trapdoor?
hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration,
Oh, that's Tarigami energy
I
made
would
from
have to
maybe
conclude
from the
that
one
the
guy.
Tatarigami source resided here for
From the
a
guy that
very
fought us,
long
maybe.
time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse
There's a
by
Lux
himself
chest
a
over
lot.
there.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Where's the remnants of the warehouse? Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it
Kazuha
preys
can
into
look so
violent
angry so
monsters,
quickly.
but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed
What's
to the
Tatarigami?
Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato
Is it
had an
basically
interest
like
in
the karmic
collecting to
energy
begin
that
with.
Shao
The influence of Tatarigami
accumulates?
could explain why he
Because
became
I've seen
an
some
obsessive
enemies
hoarder,
with
amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
I've seen
So
some
what
of
should
the
we do
enemies
now?
with
Go
that
down and take a look?
because
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
you blow it up. It basically makes them more powerful, but it's basically remnants of a god. Is that what Tatarigami is? That's dangerous.
If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
Blow it
You
up.
needn't worry.
Boom
Both
boom
of us have
bagadun.
faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
Of course, it's trivial for you. It could be trapped, you know. Unless you could like smell trap. Is it locked?
What's down there?
Blow it up.
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything.
I'm not surprised considering this
It
looks
looks
like
like
the
the fire
remnants
caused
of
a
the.
cave-in. Reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Oh, so this was the warehouse. Why is the warehouse underground? I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction
Jump
that
scares
the
are the
Tatarigami
worst.
energy source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them.
What is the Tatarigami? Does Google say what it is? What is it? Did I miss something? I just got my last YouTube VOD recommended to me on Google. No, thank you. I'm the one that created that. Tatarigami are cataclysmic demons from Japanese mythology, though accounts vary on details. Most envision these creatures as immensely destructive forces of nature with malevolent intent, fallen gods of hatred and strength. They are often considered among the most dangerous Japan's many mythological spirits. What is Tatarigami in Genshin? A curse that plagued Yoshuri Island in Izuma formed from the will and power of the serpent god Orobashi, who was slain over the island. Yeah! So after Orobashi died, a curse was plagued over the island, and technically the seals broke to seal the Tatarigami, I think. And then we have to fix those seals, but this is a remnant of the Tatarigami. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I was thinking. Let's hurry.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami
I don't think I've
energy
ever
is
had
coming
one of
from.
my own VODs
Quiet your
recommended to
mind
me, but
and
I
focus
guess
on what you sense around
it's
you.
a good thing that it was
Perhaps
recommended
you
to
too
me.
will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
That was very weird. Yeah. Oh, that? Oh, it is like chaotic energy or whatever Shao called it. The stuff that basically attaches itself to Shao is the reason why Shao won't go close to mortals, because he doesn't want them to accumulate the karmic debt. That's what it's called. The karmic debt, and it actually looks like the karmic debt. It might be like the same version of karmic debt, but Um. I have to keep going back and forth. That is so weird. Oh, it's going over here. And the karmic debt was basically ancient gods being angry that they were being defeated. They curse people and stuff before they die. And one of the curses is on the Yakshas, aka Shao. He actually has a lot of karmic debt, which I feel very bad for. Because it
From
destroys
this
him.
point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the
I mean, there is
Tatarigami
two of
energy
us.
continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here and seems to be dissipating slowly.
2 parts, so that would correspond to Mr. Nagato and Aminoma Yuya? I like the word Aminoma. Can we see this Tatarigami? Because it's either that thick or because we have visions. You have vision, I have elemental energy.
Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna collect the berries. I hope you don't mind, I'm gonna collect your berries. Are you crazy guy? What the one place? You are! What is it called? I really want to know what it's called. Not martial arts. A dojo, that's what it's called. Place where you fight. There's the one crazy guy.
Look at all those hilly churls. They're acting
Hey,
really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
I'm sorry. It looks like karmic debt, probably because the devs were too lazy to add anything different. That, and it kind of is like karmic debt, I guess.
Into the wind.
Kazuha, you are such an amazing damage dealer. I love that.
It's
What is
Look at this red stuff.
it? It's
What
it's
is it?
Barbara's skill.
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The
Huh?
ink is bone dry.
How the
It
heck
must
do
have
you
been written quite some
do
time
that?
ago. Well, let's take a look.
Clothing it? Please don't. Okay, I was gonna say please don't continue them speaking. I am Nagato. Red dyed fabric. Oh, I don't like that. It's red. I was wounded by Aminoma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. Okay, so you were the seller. He was the buyer. Okay. I chased him, but I could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. Why didn't you just go back and tell them that he took your blade without paying for it and attacked you? I thought that I might croak right here. That is so weird. My stomach kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power has sustained me. But why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. Ah, it hurts. It hurts. But for some reason, I can't fall unconscious, so all I can do is distract from the pain and write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, and Yuiji? Are those your wife and children? I don't know. I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how I've been stuck in the way I was. Okay, yeah, probably. And how blind I was to my obsession. I must have been cursed. You might not be far off, actually. I collected all those strange, bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. What is that? Put all of it together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you, and sorry for letting you down, Sachiko. No, that is so sad. Did he die?
According to this letter,
I don't think he
a
died. He's not
conflict arose
here.
because Ame no
Unless
Yuya
that's blue
wanted
on the
to
wind
seize
or
a
something.
blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could,
But why?
eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
He has a wife and children. Why
Where
did
is
he?
he?
Why didn't he even go back to
He
the
was
city?
not only mortally wounded,
he was
but
right
also
there.
under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the
What an
fact that
idiot.
its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here.
Let's ask the Tenryu Commission to do a search later. There are more important things right now.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Ame no
Like,
Miyuya is
why?
attacking other people indiscriminately,
We also need to find a
then
dead
the longer
body.
we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right. So let's get moving.
It's not in his nature.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would
It's
be their
still
pursuit of further
murdering,
power and
though, even if he
skill.
didn't
All the
mean
clues
it.
that at first seemed disparate and
An
disconnected.
intentional homicide is still a thing.
It seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
Yeah, I already found myself in danger from the start. Thank you very
Time
much.
to go.
Why is there Matsutake there? I don't know. Oh yeah, just random bursts of wind. Thanks, Venti. I really appreciate you helping us solve this murder case. You're very kind, Archon, Venti.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why
His
here?
boat is still here.
Is there anything special about this place?
Probably a domain.
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points.
Has this
in time.
island always been a thing? Wait a minute.
Show yourself. It's no use hiding anymore.
Oh! Okay, but to be fair, is this gonna be the guy that attacked us? To be fair, Kazuha's yelling voice is actually pretty cool. I don't know if this is the guy that attacked us, but this is supposed to... The guy we're looking for currently is Amino Mayuya, who attacked the other guy that went missing, who was trying to sell the sword to him.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's
Oh,
you.
it is the guy who
last.
attacked us.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh?
I mean, you're old enough to be the nephew of that one guy.
Indeed, there should be no
Make
enmity
him drop
between
the
us.
sword!
If it is Ame no Miyuya that stands before us.
Get the sword
But
from
what
him!
if instead of facing Ame no Miyuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
How did you realize that? Is it because there's Tatarigami energy on the blade, or what? Because, you know, that's accurate. It is the blade, but... The blade is cursing him, but...
Now that you mention it, It is giving off a strange light.
It's cool and I want it
Whoa.
because it's Kazuha's signature blade.
Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr.
So
Nagato's warehouse
Tatarigami
for
energy is
many
like a
years,
disease?
affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenoma Yuya's body.
So this
You're
is not
sharper than
Amanuma
I
Yuya,
thought.
but the
You've already
curse
deduced
inside of
truth
the sword.
matter. Many, many years ago,
So is this the
I
sword
was
that
forged
guy
by
was
a
gonna
famed
sell?
bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams.
This is the blade talking. This is the ghost from the blade talking. Forged by famed blacksmith of the Ishin tradition. Well, what do you know? There's a descendant of the Ishin art right in front of you. You can stop fighting now. Yippee!
As a descendant of the Kaidahara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations.
Is that
In
a
the
beard
end,
or is that
All
armor?
he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya.
Oh, so your blade master left for Snezhnaya. He was one of the guys in the Kaidahara clan that left for Snezhnaya. Not one of Kazuha's ancestors, but Kazuha's still, you know, in Inazuma. He's from Inazuma. You could go to him if you really want to be smashed to bits that much.
He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft.
I mean,
There was
I don't know
nothing
about
that he
Kazuha,
could
but he
not
can
accomplish.
fight.
All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
How?
In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire
Well,
world,
that's
but
narcissistic for a
also
blade.
an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
What should I name my sword? Wait, what sword do I even have?
The people of the time in
I don't
which I
know.
was born never believed I had
Let me
that
look at
kind
it
of power.
first.
They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon.
So you like being a literal tool?
But that gave me the
Tool?
opportunity to take
Literally
action.
being used till you're destroyed?
After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest
Oh,
to
so
return
you were
to
brought
the
to
distant land of
Snezhnaya
Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the
Oh,
minds of
that's how you got
countless
back to
hosts along the
Inazuma.
way, each bringing me
Do
one
you
step
control the
closer
people
to
that
my ancestral
to get to
home.
Inazuma, or was it just by fate that
I
you
seek but
went
one
back to
thing.
Inazuma?
To face the full force of the
How
Raiden
old are
Shogun's
you? You
blade
have to be like a
and
few
prove
hundred
my
years old, right?
power,
Ooh.
The might of Ishin art.
Kazuha.
Ah.
Wait, do you know that?
So Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim.
Do you know that Kazuha is a descendant of the Ishin art?
Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
They'd probably be exhausted and maybe even die. But maybe he wants to possess Oh, wait a minute. I think he does want to possess Kazuha, actually. But instead of throwing a hissy fit, just give yourself up to Kazuha, and he could probably try to do the Ishin art.
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them?
If you know what the
They are
Ishin
but
is art
tools that serve
is
my
like, then you
mission.
could teach
When they
Kazuha.
got tired or injured or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
Okay, for a sword, that's pretty selfish.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse
It's a birdie!
until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By
Which
Amenoma
is...
Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun.
Oh, wait a minute! I was trying to think about that for a second, like, you mean by defeating Kazuha, you would defeat the Raiden Shogun? Because that wouldn't be accurate. Defeating me, you might defeat the Raiden Shogun, but that's not happening, because he would be demolished, probably. He means he wants to possess... He was once regarded as, like, a great blade, like, really sharp, really nice blade, maybe even by the Raiden Shogun herself. But, he wants to possess Kazuha's body with, technically, his physical form, his blade form, in hand to defeat A. You're gonna kill Kazuha, man. You got such an ego for a piece of metal.
Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host
He
for what is to come.
parried it!
Now,
I said parried.
give your body over to me!
That's selfish! No! Yeah, I already have Kazuha as a character. Why did it switch to someone else's... Why did it switch to the game's Kazuha? I have my own! I've never seen that blade before. Well, I have once. I'm too good! Let's see. 24,107. 5191. Not good. Wait. I wanted to name my blade, because I think this blade actually does have a name. The blade that's technically fighting us. My blade. Prototype ranker. I'm probably not gonna remember this during the next stream, but whatever, I don't care. Random name generator. Go! Let's see. I'm gonna call my blade Gerald. My blade is not called Gerald. I don't like that I don't have a shield anymore, though.
Show begin.
See, I wish I had my team on this account. Oh, so he is like Kazuha. Oh, maybe that's the Ishin art. That's why he's like Kazuha.
Nice and spicy.
Me!
How the heck? No, I wish I had,
Join me and sever that divine light!
No!
We rewrite history!
I cannot battle and talk at the same time. Sometimes, I was saying that I wish I had the same team that I had on my main account on this account, because I really like that team. It's, I don't like that it doesn't have Lumine, but whatever. Let's see, there's Zhongli, A, Wanderer, and Nahida. It is basically like the perfect team. I love it so much. There's the shielder, the two supports, and then the damage dealer, which is,
The wind knows me.
the damage dealer is Wanderer, of course. He's a big
Do
damage
not
dealer.
stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
I think I have like a crit rate 30, crit damage 200, I think, for Wanderer, and that's actually really good. I wasn't even trying to get that good for Wanderer, but whatever.
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've
It
lost.
looks at the blade.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and what can you
Even
do
if
without a
defeat
body?
Me here, the one who
You've
falls will not
lost.
be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
Then we'll smash you into pieces.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Uh-huh.
Your fighting style.
Let me guess, there's
It
gonna...
is indeed the forms of Ishin art.
That's what I was thinking.
But from your movements, I
But
sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a
is there
thinly
gonna be a
veiled
domain on this
mania
island?
and
Is he gonna get,
despair.
like, really mad and then run into the
Really?
domain?
You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
That's
Are
pressing.
you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Yes. You literally said it
On his
yourself.
deathbed, he passed to
You
me
need
all of
Kazuha to defeat
Ishin
the
Art's
Raiden Shogun.
secrets. The little
Why
that
do you
know
want to
barely
defeat the
scratches
Raiden
the
Shogun?
surface.
Even if you could,
In that
what would you do after
regard,
that?
why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past.
Yeah,
I've
dude,
been
learn to
wondering
move
why you've
on.
not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
Is he trapped inside the blade or something? Or
After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak.
oh,
To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
dang!
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an
That's when he
opportunity to
touched
reach out
his
to Aminome
collectibles,
Yuya
which
and make
was
your
indeed
escape.
the sword.
And what of it?
You at least have a
Well,
name.
That brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the
He doesn't
greater your
have
fear
teeth,
of
he's a
losing
blade!
Everything you had achieved grew. And the more
I mean,
you
I get it,
wished
you're a
to
poet.
run
You
from
mean
the
it in,
truth.
like, not a literal
But
sense,
the way
but
I see
still.
it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
Ooh.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
Oh, really?
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life.
Oh, man,
Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
Oh, he's disappointed.
You.
Sure,
Him.
you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How
A
could
tool
you
using a
possibly
tool.
unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in
Yes,
perfect
hi,
discordance with the
Celestia. We
principle
all
of
see
harmony
you. We all
between
know
the
you're
blade
very
and its
creepy.
bearer?
Silence,
Do I actually see
you
more detail in
blabbering
Celestia
fool.
now?
I must achieve my goal.
Why?
This was his life's dream and the very purpose for which I was brought into being.
Weren't you disappointed at your master, though, because he wasn't able to complete his life stream? So then you're carrying on the life stream for thousands of years? Is it because you feel like you wouldn't be anything without this dream?
I will concede that you
That's
are most
depressing.
perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Ooh!
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of
Literally,
anything
just
that
hand
would
yourself
stand in
over
my
to
way.
Kazuha!
Not hesitation.
Well,
not
right now, actually, you would
self-reflection,
possess
and
Kazuha. That
certainly
wouldn't be good.
Not your so-called reality.
So I guess we have to convince him first, then?
It is pointless to argue further.
Ooh, the
Descendant
blade
of
is
the
glowing!
Kaehara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
Huh?
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well.
He's probably
Then
doing
find
that
yourself
because
some
he
enemies with
knows
whom you
he
wish to
won't
cross
win?
blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
So, have we established that the one guy is already dead? You're dealing with a cursed blade that can possess people.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll
Kazuha,
forever
you're
be the Blade's
kind,
puppet.
but you would die
The cursed
if
blade's
he
strength is
actually
currently very
challenged
weak,
the
and
Shogun.
I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This
Right,
is the
I
reason
forgot
Mr.
that
Nagato
Tatarigami
and
had
Amenoma
something to do
Yuya
with
fell
this.
prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
You clearly have an
Even if
obsession for
things take a
protecting
turn
other
for the
people, not
worse,
yourself.
I still have you both here with me.
Oh,
We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
but I don't
I
want
am
to
willing
fight
to
you.
accept the risks entailed.
Fine.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Ah, that's weird. Okay, so he can float. Ooh. Kazuha? Uh-oh.
Kazuha?
How do we know he's gonna stick to the deal?
I'm okay.
Okay,
I felt
you're
a little
not.
dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
If something feels off, let me know immediately. Now, what about Amenoma Yuya?
I will. Thank you.
Okay,
What should we do
yeah.
next? Have you got a plan,
Something's
Kazuha?
still going on.
We find some enemies.
Huh?
Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights.
Well, then with
If a
me.
blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
Wouldn't he be able to
He
hear
shouldn't
you right
last
now?
long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute.
So we're just gonna
Paimon
fight
remembers
some hilly
hearing
turtles
about
then?
something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
That should fit the bill. Was that the clan that we went to Kujo Kamaji with? Or we were investigating with A, Kujo Kamaji was there, that's where Kujo Kamaji fought A? I think it is.
All right. Please lead the way.
What about Amanoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although
can still
hasn't
control him?
regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Thank God he's a bigger
Are
guy.
you sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey.
That is true.
Okay, fine. Just be careful.
I mean, on the way there, you could literally pass through the city. Just drop him off there and say, hey, we just found this guy on the side of the road. Who knew? Yeah, we're totally not lying about that at all. No, what? Who would lie about that? Only a person trying to hide a mysterious, enchanted, ghost-like, insane blade wielder would hide something like that. No, that's just insane. That's too insane. Too insane for me. Dang it! Oh, I didn't mean to collect that. Dang it, I didn't know that was up there. I thought it was gonna be further up. Oh man. Let me go up there! There you go. I need to go over here. Dang it, I did not mean to click that. How many do I have? I think I have 2? Yeah. Okay, so that shouldn't be much of a big deal. Oh, this should be fun. Occupied hold. So we just gotta fight some enemies? Wait, but I'm confused. When did Lumine talk? Because I don't remember her talking in this area. I'm only playing as Kazuha? Oh, that'll be fun. Ear the end, a glance back. Enter the occupied hold and defeat the opponents. As it turns out, the one behind the missing person case is a cursed blade that has possessed Amino Mayuya's body. To save the lad, is Amino Mayuya like behind us in this domain? Or is he like outside of it? And to prove the absurdity of the blade's fixation, Kazuha eventually takes up the cursed blade himself. Basically, the blade has...
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Yeah, clearly. The blade has like a random, as it said, fixation to fighting, and it's almost like a fetish for a blade. It's weird.
Let's get down to business.
Hold on, I want to equip myself with pyro. There you go.
One with nature.
That's why I wanted to do that. Hey. Ooh. Wandering Striker. Prized Ishin Blade. See, I don't... It looks different when Kazuha actually has it at the end, but why do you look so mad? But I don't think I'm gonna get this blade, which is sad. I hope I get like a recipe. I don't think I will, but that would be nice. When a normal charge or plunging attack hits an opponent, it will release a cursed spirit, dealing AoE damage equal to 180% of attack, and restoring 100% of attack as HP. Oh, so it can heal too? This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds. The damage done by this weapon's wielder is decreased by 50%. That's a little weird.
Into the wind. Let's get down to business.
Kazuha, get your thing! Oh, you guys are actually
Clouds high. The birds call.
not
The wind's
as bad as I thought, though there's gonna be chunkier guys, isn't there?
How are you feeling? You okay?
I think basically this
I'm
whole
alright.
swirl thing is like the
Blade
Ishin
is
art.
performing largely
He
as
is behind us!
expected.
That's not a good thing!
Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Oh, so you're testing him to wear him out!
Something else on your mind?
Wear him out with this fetish. That's
How
weird.
strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm.
Because you have the
keep
Ishin
going.
art. Yes, sir.
Time to go.
Woo! I want to forget that. Well, there's gonna be trapped somewhere. Well, I'm glad you guys are at least by a flame, so I can equip that. That's pretty nice.
Time to go. Into the wind.
There's gonna be the thicker boys in there. I mean, technically, you guys are the thicker boys.
One with wind and cloud.
You're not the thicker boys that I was thinking.
The wind knows me.
Oh, it does heal him! That is so cool!
Whoa. Something's up with the blade.
It's grown dimmer?
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield.
Is it breaking?
He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
Set him free?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
If you can hardly do this, you cannot beat the Raiden Shogun, my guy. Just want to make sure there's no chests. Okay, there isn't.
Time to go.
Just making sure. Why are there random cages? That's very brutal. That's creepy.
Time to go.
Chest. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting you, Chunky Boy. I was expecting the Electro guy, but thanks for doing the Pyro guy around Pyro torches.
The wind knows me.
I don't think he has too much resistance to Pyro.
Into the wind. Clouds
Ding!
high. The birds call. Time to go.
Don't do it. Oh, thank God. That guy can heal himself if he gets low enough.
It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Oh, yeah, the
Yes.
entire fight that lasted 30
It
seconds.
looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Oof.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the?
Is it gonna be a dull blade?
The same blade as before. It looks like a piece of junk.
After like so many years of not being repaired, then yeah. It's a dull blade version of the Ishin blade. Wear and tear is severe. Looks like it's about to break.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken.
Ooh.
It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
Will he listen to you though the truth is right in front of him?
I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power.
So he just wants
But
power.
regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty.
But I thought
nor
he
can I
talked through
empathize with the one
Lumine.
who made you. The only one who
Was that
truly
during the
understood you
event?
had already passed away.
I think
by
that
the
was
time you
during
were
the
born.
event.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It was a long time
Here they
ago.
are. Take them down.
What the heck?
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with the blade anymore.
Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Is it gonna be just Kazuha? Yeah, okay, I was gonna be like...
The wind knows me.
I'm gonna be fighting with Kazuha either way.
Going somewhere?
Because Kazuha's on my team!
Into the wind.
Isn't over.
Tip.
We'll end you.
One with nature.
Okay, thank God.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaede.
You go back to
in
him?
flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am.
Yeah.
No
Where
one knew anything of my story throughout my travels,
broken.
nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first
scarred.
person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time
Does your
has
blade
passed.
talk, Kazuha?
My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on
How
the
much
Muso
was that
no
one guy
Itachi.
gonna even sell you for?
And what a magnificent
I mean,
blade
when
it
he
is.
when he was gonna sell you, did you look
Perhaps
like that
I
glowing
shall
form,
never
or did you
reach
look
that
like
level of
this?
glory.
I feel like he looked like that
Actually,
glowing form.
This is just a
Because
generic
that was
blade
like
that
his
I picked
pure
up
rage
during my
and the
travels in
Tatarigami
Liyue.
at the same time.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for
I
a
wasn't
blade,
listening.
but
What
they are
happened?
not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me
You
for
say
many
they're not
years,
everything to a
and we have formed
blade.
a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art.
What are the other arts like?
There is something else I must tell
I
you.
mean, the guy you're
Though your
possessing
maker may
possesses
not
the
have been aware,
Aminoma art.
your ability to possess your
Kazuha
own
has the
consciousness
Ishin
derived from the
art.
power of the Tatarigami.
Is it called the Aminoma
Tatarigami
art?
is a malevolence
I don't
from
know.
the
It's
ancient
Aminoma
past.
family.
It is the source
Clan.
of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
So you were struggling.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save
That is a
Ame no
long
Miyuya.
sword.
But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known
On
this
his
for a long
creators?
time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything.
Oh, yeah.
My life, my form, my consciousness.
And then he
my
died.
purpose.
Because that's how
could I
mortality
possibly
works.
deny him his wish?
Oh.
I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge
Imagine your
your
blade
legacy."
talking to you. A lot of people will think you're crazy.
How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
You're just gonna leave like nothing happened?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm.
That's all your
Let's give him
intent?
some time to reflect.
You were just
on
gonna
things.
blunt the blade and then go? Okay. Guess I won't talk to you either. Is there no chest? There's no chest. Kaza. I mean, could you at least try to... I mean, it's a part of your family's legacy.
When I touched the hilt
There
for
is
the
a
first
chest.
time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been.
Well, I mean, one
A
consciousness
bladesmith
and
lay
another
quietly on
consciousness
the
in the
bed.
same body. That'd
His frail face
It'll be
barely
a little
visible
weird.
under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow.
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
play the
Blade's
sad
memory,
music.
wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened.
He was in exile in
The Ishin art
Snezhnaya.
had been dealt a devastating blow by
Why?
the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret
And
at
then
being
he
tricked by the
created the
Fatui,
Ishin
but he could
blade.
never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he
Aw.
instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma,
How did he make
no
it
matter how
sentient,
long
though?
or how
Do you
hard
have
the
something to
journey.
tell me, Snezhnaya?
But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith,
Oh.
that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But
How do you know this? Did you see this when he corrupted your body?
by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Aw.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The
Oh, so
hatred
he worked
within
with the
that power is what
power
sent
of the
blade down its
Tatarigami, which is how
ill-fated
the blade
path.
got cursed and how the
This
blade could
blade
talk.
has committed
And
unforgivable atrocities.
oh, that makes
but
sense.
only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Aww.
Shame it's too late now.
Is it?
Yes, it is too late.
I'm confused.
Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck.
Well, I mean,
at
he's
that
like a
fleeting
frail old
moment
man
at the
now.
dawn of his
He's
journey. He seems
battered
to have
and
calmed
broken.
down, though. Let's go and check in.
Can I get the chest first? Yes. It's hidden. Hi. You ready to talk now?
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday.
The day
I
of your
once told him
literal
that I would
birth?
pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference.
Does
between
that mean you're
gratitude
also a part of
and grudge.
Orobashi? The snake
Not
god?
only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence.
But
So,
his ambition wasn't to
May
fight
I ask
A.
you
It was
to help me fulfill
craft
the
blades, I
ambitions
guess.
of myself and my creator.
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as
Aw.
promised. My physical
you.
form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
What is his
Let's hear
request
it.
gonna be?
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to
I wonder
have
if we
the
could find
grandest
remnants of him,
opening
though, in
battle.
Snezhnaya.
After
That'd be
that,
cool.
He never rose from
Like
his sickbed
faint
again.
story or like a letter or
Nor
something.
have I ever
That'd be
had
really
the
cool.
chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning.
Hidden lore.
They
I
were
love
merely
that.
the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true
You wanna fight
duel
him?
between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
So you just want to fight Kazuha? That's cute.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others.
Aww.
I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set
You're
this
an
state of
honorable
affairs in order,
man.
I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in
Even
this
if he
story.
forced you to hurt
There's
others.
no need to worry.
But
We'll vouch for
would
your
this
innocence to
break
the
the
Commission.
blade? Wasn't he
Thanks for your help.
literally on the verge
Who
of
knows
breaking?
how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim
So
for
is
a greater sense of ceremony.
Kazuha gonna have him as the blade, or is the Amanoma Yuya gonna have him as the blade and then fight Kazuha? I'm confused. Fulfill the... what did that say? Fulfill the Cursed Blade's wish. Ooh, I saw back there. Alright, where's this gonna be? 400 meters away. Oh. Fancy that, it's on a beach. Alright. Is this gonna be like a cutscene, or do I actually have to fight? I kinda hope it's both.
This
Isn't there
reminds
Ronin
time
treasure
of a bit of
hoarders
the
just over
Crux
there?
Crash.
That was much more relaxed occasion.
Yep, we still can't let our guard down, even
There's
now.
literally
Paimon has a sneaking
a
suspicion
Loa
that
troll
Blade
over
hasn't
there
told us everything.
protecting a Lux chest.
Still, even if he's
I
way
think.
past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him.
It's like with the literal Archon, she's committed so many atrocities. And so has the Wanderer, actually. And yet you can't help but feel like really bad for them, and so you start to like them. Even though they've killed many.
Are you ready?
Ooh, pretty.
Ready? Okay. All right then.
Not actually gonna talk
Successor
through Kazuha.
of Ishin
Kazuha,
art,
just talk to
Kaedahara
Kazuha.
Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art.
It is called
Yuya.
Amenoma art.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Aww. It's cute.
Into the wind.
Yeah, sorry, but you going down, my guy.
Time to go.
Sorry.
The wind knows me.
Ooh. I don't know what your specific attacks are. I know some, like that one.
One with nature.
I'm trying to avoid them as best I can, but that's not working.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
I just popped.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears
Yeah,
battered
thank
and
you
broken,
for the experience. I
in
could
your
hear
hands
the
it seems
experience.
He's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that
he be,
same
like,
sense of
completely destroyed?
determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience.
What's going on
There are a
now?
few things that I shall leave
Is
him
the
to tell
one
you
guy
himself.
dead?
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf.
So he
It
is
too
dead.
late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions
Man.
as mine alone, and
That
not
is
let
so
them stain the
depressing.
legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you.
Oh, he is
please
talking through
understand
Kazuha.
this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the
Can
right
Kazuha
thing.
hear this?
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy.
It's weird to see Kazuha talk with such a deep voice.
Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go
We
there
also
for?
gotta tell the lady that her husband
I'm
kinda
not
died.
sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
I think this is actually the last part of it. Why the Amanoma Smithy specifically? I mean, why not go to the Mondstadt smithy? Oh, god dang it. Hey, yeah, an innocent was kind of murdered. What do you have to say about that? Let me get this. Yeah, we kind of need to borrow
It's
your
Yuya.
anvil.
You have returned.
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
You tell Togo the various things that
A
happened.
prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind.
Told him everything?
Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed
Well, I
within the realm
mean,
of
technically,
possibility.
we solved the missing persons
This
case.
is a great pity.
Though it may
But I
not
have
be
some
a
good
good
news as well.
ending, per se.
Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency tells me that they've found the
That's
missing
a
Mr.
mouthful.
Nagato.
Bonton Sango Detective
Is he okay?
Agency. Woo!
Yes, badly wounded.
Oh,
but
the
he
guy
will
is
live.
alive! Woo!
And now that Yuya is back,
Nice.
it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I guess it is.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Do
Is the
you?
blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes.
More like in his mind,
he
actually,
said
but
he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
I think this is a good
He
thing,
tells
though.
me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious.
You could just trust
I have
him like
decided
that.
To let him do it.
I mean, the blade won't last long anyways, plus I can still fight you
Ugh,
if
guess there's
he
nothing we can
did
say
do
to
something
change your
evil.
mind, huh?
I trust you.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later.
I can
Okay.
see your reasons
I am
later.
ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
This is the end of the quest, I believe. Oh, your eyes were glowing.
My power is almost spent.
Oh,
Without
he's
him,
talking to a
my
blade.
demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean...
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness.
Oh. He's giving up his entire consciousness to Kazuha, basically. To forge himself into
Right.
the perfect
There's
blade.
nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be
With
a valuable
Ishin art,
resource
of
for your
course.
studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its worth to
Aggressive.
Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands,
Oh,
it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan.
oh.
My real name has been forgotten by all.
What is it?
I'm ashamed to
What is it?
yet
What
it
is it?
remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin.
I'm not gonna remember that. The Ishin. It's the Ishin blade. Basically, this is what the blade looks like when you
Rest
have
in
it with
peace.
Kazuha. Obviously, it matches him because it's the perfect blade for him. Think.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order.
Aww.
His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his
The
own
Ishin
actions,
blade.
and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments.
I mean, he did still tell
before
you his name.
consciousness faded, was he
So you
willing
could remember
to
him.
entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same
That's
fervent
why he was
ambition that
created.
gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
The remnants of defeated gods are nothing to scoff at.
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations.
Yeah, clearly.
Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something
Given
inside
your
of me,
backstory.
just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way.
Oh
After
yeah,
everything
I
I've
almost
seen,
forgot about that
perhaps these
actually.
pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
Does that mean I fascinate you?
I will
Yay,
continue to
I'm
support you from this
important.
point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Basically, if Kazuha is gonna inherit his clan stuff and basically try to restore the Kaidahara clan again. So he's like the only member of the Kaidahara clan that I know of. Hi. He's here to give you
You've
his
returned.
answer.
I hear that the issue has been resolved.
Why?
Though this was a treacherous
Always
investigation
staring
indeed,
at the
most
omnipresent
fortunate that no
god
lives were
statue.
lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to
Weird.
the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Thank God.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we need.
We just gotta tell everybody everything. It wasn't
As to
his
your
fault, it
earlier
was the
offer,
blade's
I wish
fault.
to give you my answer.
As strange as that
Please,
sounds.
take a look at this blade.
What's this?
A red blade.
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan.
Cool.
By means of a series of fortuitous
I
events.
mean, it's not
was
glowing
able
like
to
I was
recover
before,
and
but it still
restore
is
him.
kind of glowing.
I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see.
Oh, so
I
you're
understand.
traveling across the Seven Nations
the
too.
Kaidahara clan has always
Well, that's
been a
three
family
I know
of
of. That's
bladesmiths,
Alice,
so
us,
it is
and
only proper for me to continue on this path.
no, like
Were
4
I
or
to
5,
accept
because
your goodwill,
there's
I may find myself
us, our
embroiled
brother,
in conflicts
Dainsliff,
between
technically.
the Shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not
Alice,
You misunderstand.
Kazuha.
That was most certainly not our intent.
suit me. I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
So what are you gonna do
Very
with all
well.
your stuff?
I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised.
Just like that?
However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Oh,
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
what about Fontaine?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for
I mean,
now.
there's a chance.
As for my next destination,
Fontaine.
let's see where the wind takes me.
Ah! Kazuha! Man. A strange and friendless road. Aww.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation
I
with
did get
Nahida.
the blade!
Paimon was
Yes!
going to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders.
Right, there was the Descenders
Does
too.
that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else?
Yeah,
And
from
as
space.
for your brother, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
It's this one. The one where a, who is it? Wanderer is gonna get reformed. I'm not gonna tell how. It's the only spoiler I'm gonna give. But I don't have enough Prima Gems! Dang it! That's probably because I haven't had this account for very long, and the only thing I've done is wish, because all the characters that appeared are all the characters that I wanted. I'm actually really good when it comes to, like, saving that kind of stuff, but give me 1 second. Let me search something up really quick. Let's see. Okay, I don't think it is the best sword for him, but obviously there's like Freedom Sword, Syphilis Moonlight, Favonius Sword. Oh, the Favonius Sword was actually one of them. I just chose the Favonius Sword because it had crit rate, I think. Me search something else. Good for. It's great for a Yaka. I'm not expecting that. But I'll have to see because I think it's a 5-star weapon, right? And this one is like a 4-star. I haven't raised this one at all. No, it's a 4-star. But even still, it matches him too. And it still has the same effects as well. And then when it means the 1, that means it can't be leveled up anymore. It can't be refined anymore. Because there is other weapons that you can refine, say, like, you do the Silver Sword, enhance. Okay, maybe you can't refine these ones. Can you refine these ones? Yes. So then it basically increases. And then normally there's a cap of rank 5, I think. So you can enhance it till rank 5. And then that's the best the sword can be. And then the number would go gold, basically. This means that you can't level it up anymore. I believe there were enhancements. There were enhancements during the event, though I don't know for certain, and I don't really have enough energy to check. Let me just level this up really quick. See what I need to level up this blade. You better not give me that much of a headache, Blade. Please, I beg of you. I mean, I know you gave up your consciousness so you can't hear me. What days are these? Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh my god, it's actually on a day that I can collect stuff. Would you look at that? Now I have to decide if I want base attack, energy recharge, or base attack. I don't know, I'll have to decide on that. Oh, that's the fillet blade. I just never looked at it too often. I just seen it in this, basically, because obviously I've never needed to use the fillet blade. Yeah, I think I am going to end the stream here, though. And we will pick this back up next time. Probably tomorrow, where I can finally get to, not Nahida's story quest. I keep thinking it's Nahida's story quest, even though I confirmed that it wasn't. Basically, is it Traveler's Quest? It's not a Traveler's Quest. It's technically a part of the Archon quest, though. This Kari Bear is part of the Traveler's Quest, and after Kari Bear, we would be able to reach Fontaine. But after I do this, and then Kari Bear, and then Nahida's first story quest, I want to do Nahida's second story quest. Though I don't know if I'm going to do Kari Bear yet. I know I'm definitely going to do this one, and then Nahida's first one, and then her second one, so then I can lock that new area, and then I could probably do Kari Bear, and then go on to Fontaine, because Fontaine will probably be released by then. Let me see. Yeah, there's roughly like 12 days till Fontaine comes out, maybe a little more. Roughly, give or take. But I am going to end the stream here, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow with that. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, or wherever you're in this crazy world, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!